Hey everybody, this is KennedyHawk. We are back with our Deck Talls 2020 experiment here. We are going to play a Miss Marvel leadership deck for you all. I think it's a pretty fun deck. Let's get set up here. We've got to search for this environment card. This is the one we get. We shuffle everything back in, including our obligations at this point. We are playing against Absorbing Man with... oh my gosh, what modular set did I put in? I guess we'll find out, because I can't even remember at this point. It'll be a surprise for all of us. So he's going to start at 2 threat. This is only a 1-stage scheme, so we really can't allow this to get too far. And we'll see how it goes. So we have the metal trait. After he makes an undefended attack, you must discard 1 resource from your hand. We do get super absorbing power in play, so he gains all the traits, which doesn't really affect us here, but could affect us on other things. We probably want to get rid of that pretty soon. Alright, let's get going with this deck. So the point of this deck is you're going to have a ton of allies at your disposal, and you're going to want to get them all in play as soon as possible. What we're going to do here, I'm going to put my discard pile up here so I don't get them mixed up. I'm going to throw away 3 things and draw 3 replacements. Alright, well we got oodles of choices here. I don't know if any of them are great, but we'll see what we can do. First things first, we are going to make Team Spirit with Kamala, so that's discarding a card just to get us a resource really at this point. We're going to use Wiggle Room to play an Amir, and he can put a card from our discard pile onto the bottom of our deck. He is going to put this Strength in Numbers on the bottom of our deck, because I think that's really important for later. And then we draw a card. It is Mockingbird, which is really good right now. So what do we want to do here? It'd be nice to get this Polymer Suit out, but I don't think I can afford that if I want to play 2 allies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the call for 2 and grab a Maria Hill from my discard pile. There she is. Hi Maria, how's it going? Next, we draw a card for Maria. Ooh, Black Knight or Mockingbird. I think at this point we want to get Mockingbird out, so we're going to pay 3 for Mockingbird, who's going to stun the villain. And at this point, these 2 will thwart and get rid of that super absorbing power. We do not need to leave that in play. And I think we're going to stay in Alter Ego mode for 1 more turn, just to get the board state set up. So we do have some allies with damage out here. Forgot to put damage on them. We really want to get our personas out, so drawing extra was going to let us fish for 1, and we did get Nakia, so that is good. Alright, he is going to 3 threat. He's going to scheme for 2 plus 0. That's great. And we get 1 encounter card, which is Absorbing Man schemes. If he has the stone trait, he gets +1 scheme, but he does not, so he's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we got to get crazy here in a flip. But pretty good life so far still. Those were from that, sorry. Making sure I did actually put my application in there. Alright, it is Miss Marvel's turn. What are we going to do here? We don't have a Triskelion yet, so we can't get too crazy with... well, we do have a Triskelion. Look at that. Didn't even notice. We're going to play Nakia. We're going to put something onto the bottom of our deck, and it's going to be a make the call, because we want to have those ready and available for later. So we're going to have to be careful when we get pretty close to the bottom of our deck that we don't discard all of those accidentally. I think I'd rather play an ally than playing the Triskelion, so what I'm going to do is pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for Falcon, and he's going to reveal the top 3 cards here. For every Treachery, which is honestly all of them, we get to remove a threat, so that is great against Absorbing Man, and this is going to be the card we get. So unfortunately, we're going to have to discard one of our supports here. I'm not super pumped about that. Well, actually, let's think about that. Can we avoid that? I think we can. And he gets 1 delay counter. Sorry, I forgot to put delay counters out there. Every turn, he's going to get a delay counter. So we can't sit here in Alter Ego form for too long. But, so this is the top card, this is the middle card, this is the bottom card. If we stay in Alter Ego, this is going to be a scheme card instead. So he would go to 9, and then he'd place 2 more threat on the main scheme, getting it to 11. But we've got a lot of thwarting power right here. We can thwart for 5. That seems pretty good for us. It's going to throw Maria into our discard pile, but still, we're getting set up at this point, so I think we're going to do that. Putting these cards back on top. Sweating everything up and draw 6 cards. I forgot to remove the 5, so we should do that. Okay, he's going to get a threat. He's going to scheme, and we know what it's going to be. It's going to be for 3. And then he places 2 more from this when revealed ability, and it's our go. So that wasn't so bad. I am going to Teen Spirit. We are not using our Teen Spirit to put cards in our discard pile, which kind of stinks. At this point, I kind of want to get Bruno back in my deck, so I am going to... Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry, I don't want to get Bruno back in my deck. Apparently, he's still there. I want to get Embiggen back in my deck and make sure I play that at the end of this deck through. So let's put that in there. Let's draw a card. And we got lots of things to play here now, so let's just go for it. We're gonna pay 2 for a shrink. Seems really good. We're gonna finally flip to a Kamala form. Okay, crazy, right? And we will use. We're not gonna try to damage him yet, but we're gonna pay 1, 2, 3 for a U.S. agent. We will do a sneak by and we'll shrink it. So we're gonna sneak by for 5. I don't feel the need to bounce that right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. Falcon will thwart for 2, just keeping that really low. We're going to keep Mockingbird out here in case we need to block, but we may as well attack with Miss Marvel and attack with U.S. Agent. So there you go. That's that. We're going to draw 4 cards. And we've got Giant Man, and we've got our Make the Call for next turn. That's our big thing. We've got all these tools in our arsenal. We got to pick which one is right for the job. So this is the 3rd turn. I keep forgetting to put these out, but this is turn 3, so he's got 3 counters now. And what do we want to do? He is stunned, so nothing's going to happen there. We just get one of these cards. If you are stunned, you are stunned. If Absorbing has the Ice Trade, which he does not. Okay, so we become stunned. That's totally fine, because we're not doing a ton of attacking yet. Honestly, we might just let our allies take care of this, and Miss Marvel will just worry about keeping us all in check here. All right, so Miss Marvel will clear stunned. She may as well. U.S. Agent did get used last turn, so I should put a thing on him. We really don't need to worry about sneak by yet. I think we're going to attack with these 2 for 3. Unfortunately, it kills two dudes here. So Nakia, unfortunately, does not work with Make the Call. So that's a bit of a bummer. That's another reason we didn't include Helicarrier, because it doesn't really synergize with this. Let's see who is in here. I think Nick Fury is. So we're going to Make the Call with Nick Fury at this point. And out he comes. He's going to draw us 3 cards. We're going to try to spend 1 more turn in Alter Ego. So we're going to flip down for that. We will Amir something onto the bottom of our deck. So right after that, Embiggen, we probably want a resource. And let's just do a quick check here with Miss Marvel. This is always good to know how many cards are everywhere. So with Miss Marvel, we have 1, 2, 3 cards in play, 1 in our hand. Then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 cards. All right, we can Teen Spirit now. There's our Bruno, perfect. Let's reduce the cost of Bruno to get him out there. And then let's just go ahead and play Squirrel Girl. So we have 3 allies out. We may as well. She's going to ping him for 1. We'll attack him for 4 more and just get him into the next phase here. So he is going to go up to 16. Yowzers. He's got 2 threat or scheme still. So after he activates against you, if he has the metal trait, we're going to take 1 indirect damage. So good thing we have Nick Fury out there. He can at least do something, even though we're not in hero form. We do have all 3 support allies out now, so we're almost to the point where we can just stay in hero form, which is really exciting. All right, we've got both Make the Calls in our hand. This is going to be a real exciting turn. So he gets a threat. He gets some sort of delay counter thing here. He is going to scheme against us for 2. And, ooh, this is going to go into play. So something different will happen. Oh, or the same thing will happen. We take 1 indirect damage. That's going to go at Nick Fury. We get 1 card here. Oh, he schemes again for 2, 3, 4. And he does not have ice or metal, so that is good. We take another indirect. That one will finally kill Nick Fury for us. Thank goodness. We needed that guy out of the way. And that was that. That was his search card. So we've got 2 cards left in our deck, and we know they're embiggening something, so we can Teen Spirit and get that embiggen in our hand. Resources are good, right? Let's Amir. We can know what the next thing in our deck is going to be. So this is going to be our first card next turn. And I believe we should make that make the call. So you're all about manipulating the make the call and making sure it's in your hand at the right time. We then get to draw a card, which is great. Squirrel Girl will attack for 1. Let's just get her out of there. We need to clear some room for some better allies. So let's see who is in our discard pile that can really wreck people's days. So we could make the call for Nick Fury. So let's consider that. That would be great. The problem with doing that is he's going to force us to shuffle our deck when we draw. So we want to make the call with someone else first. And I think we're going to continue down this, like, let's just control the world trend. And we're going to make the call with Mockingbird. We don't get to use Nakia for either of these make the calls. That kind of stinks. But we're still going to do them in alter ego form. So I'm going to make the call for 1, 2, 3, and fish out Mockingbird. Bingo bango, there she is. That'll stun the villain. We'll just make it so he can't really do anything. We're going to make the call again, and this time it's going to be for Nick Fury. Hello, Mr. Nick. Thank you for drawing us some cards. We really appreciate it. Oh, and this is just about as perfect as it can be. We can reduce the cost of the Triskelion. We can put a Make the Call under Bruno. So now we have Make the Call whenever we want it because it's sitting under Bruno. We can flip to hero form at this point. And I think we need to do a little bit of thwarting here. So we're going to thwart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems pretty good. Everybody's going to take a damage. Nobody is going to die. And we'll see if Nick gets to absorb an extra attack for us or not. So we are drawing 4 cards, plus don't forget we have Make the Call here, so when Nick dies we can bring him right back and be crazy like that. So he's going to get a threat. He's going to get his 5th counter, so we are now dealing with all those things that trigger when you're in your 5th round. He is going to not activate against us. We will get our 2nd card because we decked out. So first card, if he has the, wood trait. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Oh, that sucks. Goodbye all our fun. Good thing Make the Call is protected by Bruno, our good buddy. Alright, that's not the end of the world. We could make the call her if she was really valuable and important right now. And we get discard 1 card at random from your hand. If he has the wood trait, discard 1 card you control. Ouch. He does have the wood trait, so he is just brutalizing our hand here. But I still think we're in good shape. Yeah, especially with drawing Nick. Okay. So that was his turn. That was not so bad for us. Nick is going to go away. Sad day, sad day. Let's use Bruno to return that Make the Call to our hand. And we'll pay 4 for Nick Fury again right away. Drawing 3 cards. Wow, so that's cool. We did draw another Make the Call, so that's kind of funny. Let's hit for 2, 3, 4. Get some damage out there while we can. U.S. Agent is somehow still alive. We've played him a long, long time ago. And we actually have room for another ally because of Triskelion. So we can make the call with someone that costs 2 from our discard pile. And I believe they forced us to discard someone. Yeah, Hawkeye, that costs 2. So she'll attack right away for 2. Let's just pile on the damage. Miss Marvel will use her amazing attack for 1. She is the MVP of this deck, if you cannot tell yet. Alright, let's put these down here, and we are going to draw 5 cards. We're going to stay in hero form from this turn out. So we are up into turn 6 here with Absorbing Man. He is going to attack us for 2 plus something, and we have Nick to block that. So he's attacking for 3. We do take the 1 indirect from the wood damage, and I'm going to put that onto Ms. Marvel herself. So Nicholas J. Fury is gone. We get dealt one of these guys. Oh no! A double encounter card here. We've got Ball and Chain, which is going to go onto Absorbing Man, and we've got, ooh, spend a bunch of money or place threat here. I think we can just place 3 threat there, because I think we're almost to the point of killing him. So I'm not too worried about that. So let's see what we can do here. We do not have any big hands in our hand, so that kind of stinks. But we'll see what we can do. So we can hit for 1, 2. Let's do that first. That is going to get rid of both of these allies. We'd really like to have him make the call to bring Nick out, because he could just one-shot everything for us. We do not, though. We could play a Black Knight. That's 4 damage, 5 with our attack, but that is not enough to kill him. But we can chump block with one of those guys, so I think that's still what we'll do. We'll just lean all in on this ally route with Ms. Marvel. Playing Black Knight, hitting for 4 here. Hitting for 1 with Ms. Marvel. We needed 1 more damage to take this guy out, and we did not get it. So we'll draw 4, and we're going to stay in hero form again. He's going to get a threat. We are now up into turn 7. That is quite a bummer. And he is going to attack for 3. Black Knight is here to absorb it for 5. So Black Knight is toast, and we take 1 indirect damage. Yep. Next, we get a, ooh, Surge and Exhaust Your Identity. Into a, he's got wood, so we're going to discard a random card from our hand. If it discards our big hands, we're going to be real sad, because, I mean, nothing we can do then. Does not discard our big hands, so GG, I think we won the game. That was our card there, so it becomes our turn. We can pay 2 to play big hands. Bingo bango, that's 4 damage to Absorbing Man's face, and that was the Ms. Marvel toolbox deck. So the whole goal, like I said in the audio cast, is get lots of allies in your discard pile, like if we're looking right now. We've got, you know, minion damage, we've got piercing, we've got big blocker attacking, we've got medium blocker and card draw Nick Fury, and we've got double blocker Mockingbird. We've also got threat control with Falcon, and another double blocker with War Machine. So we've got just an absurd amount of utility sitting here just waiting for us to draw Make the Call. If we look into our deck, Make the Call was not coming up until just about the end, but you can really use these personas to optimize how many times you play Make the Call. Shoving it in the bottom with a mirror. If we ever get an ally that lets us shuffle our deck in leadership or basic, that'll be great, because you can put that Make the Call in the bottom and then shuffle your deck, which seems really fun. Bruno, obviously we used him to stash Make the Calls, super useful. The one thing to not get caught up on is Nakia cannot reduce the cost of allies you play with Make the Call. She reduces the cost of the next card you play, but the cost of Make the Call is 0. You can't reduce that below 0. It's not the cost isn't the, even though it says pay the printed printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile, you have to pay that printing cost, so you can't reduce it with something like Nakia or Helicarrier. So, hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty zany. As we get more allies, it's going to change and evolve and become better and better and better. And especially if we ever get an attack event, we know we're getting one Wasp, but we don't know what it does. Hopefully we get other ones in the future, and that will just enhance Ms. Marvel's capability. Alright, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you have a great holiday. Tune in tomorrow when we hopefully audiocast and hopefully record a video for Thor.